Yeah, so I'm wondering if they're gonna, try to retcon that and just be like, oh, anybody who wasn't a criminal before, we're gonna make you a felon now for no effing reason. What an asshat. Like, straight up, what an asshat. Hopefully everyone else's week has been fine. I've got, depending upon your calculations, 1 to 3 days left. 1 to 3 days. Good or ill, I'm done with the semester. I will not rant this day about any of my compatriots or anything that has happened involving or due to school, because I still had to attend class with some of the students, and it would be unprofessional of me to speak ill of my comrades in education while they're in fact still my comrades in education. But once that's no longer true, alcohol may be involved at some point. I'm gonna stroke out. I'm going to stroke out from some of these people. I have not tried Cyberpunk yet. I have purchased it, I have installed it, I have not played it. In this last week, I haven't even done any of my any of the games that I've been doing recently. Like, normally I do like a game for about an hour or so before I go to sleep. I haven't even done Phasmophobia in over a week. You can only struggle to get people to like maybe do things faster ish so much before they start, being like, well, why aren't you going faster back to you? It makes you want to choke a bitch out. No, I wish no ill will on any of my compatriots right now. However, I have already seen some things. Basically, from what I understand, there were issues with it that I foresaw, we'll say. Because the hype was so extraordinarily massive and they were bringing everyone in to do it that you knew there were going to be issues. There was no way it was going to live up to the hype that they were going with. All right, about 2 minutes ago, that they were going with. So anyone who got angry at that, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you knew it wasn't going to be that great. Still not saying it's not good. I, again, pre-ordered it, install it, all that good jazz, but I don't know any of the hatred I got on the day one where people were like, this isn't the 5th coming of Jesus, what the hell is this? It's like, you see commercials that promise you that McDonald's is like the sexiest slab of meat you're ever going to see. That is never true. It is never a true commercial. So I don't understand why some people gave it negative reviews due to it not living up to the hype, essentially. And I did get a chuckle though out some of the streamers and YouTuber issues with it, where it had weird graphical errors that seemed to pertain to the NVIDIA specific video options, or like some of the NVIDIA powered super like whatever, and they always borked. I thought that shit was funny as hell though. By the way, Flim Flam the Holler has created Kudist Mukar, a lignite coffin. I guess that's the only way to get rid of a vampire. Put it in a coffin that burns down around it. She claims as a family heirloom. Kudist Mukar, the scalded sadness. That is an appropriate name for a lignite coffin. I'll give you that. Worth 153,600 Dwarf bucks. This is a lignite coffin. All craft store ship is of the highest quality. It is studded with steel, decorated with date palm wood, and encircled with bands of cushioned gabbro cabicons and steel. The object menaces with spikes of steel. On the item is an image of 3 round line trees in lignite. On the item is an image of 2 rose-cut gems in gabbro. On the item is an image of chicory in pyrite. On the item is an image of the Judge of Glumness, the bronze breastplate in steel. Feel like you missed an opportunity there, Mr. Craftsman. On the item is an image of Fema Musical Nation, the elf, and Onra Deskrox, the elf, in pomegranate wood. Onra Deskrox is striking down Fema Musical Nation. The arc relates to the killing of the elf Fema Musical Nation by the elf Onra Deskrox in Master Glitter in the Forest of Whispering in the early spring of 136 during OK Gush Thrafnu, the Assault of Infernos. That was like a very complicated coffin. Is it not giving you guys the replies? Because Ginger, you already did a Dwarf. Yeah, you're alive. Ginger, it's whispering you. It just doesn't do the replies public if you are alive. But I will confirm it. Yeah, you're still alive. Don't worry. Let me make sure it's in online mode, like it's giving the correct replies. Looks like it. Looks like it is. Scripts, total Dwarf, check marked on Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, we're in live game mode. You're good. Gotcha, it's good, but I'm playing on Xbox and it's very buggy. I can see the bones are good, but the game has its issues. Hope we can get through the last of the semester intact. I'm downloading the latest patch, so hope it helps. Yeah, it's an expansive game. Most have issues on release. From what I understand, it's got interesting math. Such terms as double. There are other things too. I haven't looked into it too deeply because I kind of don't want to spoil myself, but I do know that any game that utters the word double on anything probably has a mathematical exploit related to whatever the hell it is that you are in fact doubling. Why are we not getting rid of these floors? There we go. Oh, gotcha. Remember, I'm not super familiar with Twitch. But no, that's fine. That's not a Twitch thing. That is one of my scripts. I made that script. I'm the one who told it to whisper to you. I was worried that if I had it do a public reply for everything, that Shire viewers would be less inclined to use the benefits of the script. So it only calls out anything when I need to know to give someone a dwarf. And now we have this. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. I thought we were secure up here. I'm surprised I'm still alive after all this time. Well, oddly enough, we haven't gotten too much aggression, which I find weird. We're not completely by ourselves. We do have supposedly a tower near us, and I could have sworn back at the beginning we had gobos near us, but I'm wondering if the gobos got smudged out at some point. So what might have to end up happening is we might just have to find a way to piss off the elves or something. Otherwise, I don't know. Yeah, this is the goblins, but they're a bit too far away, I think. Problem is, I think the exact area I chose, there's something wrong geographically, because as soon as you get to any evil area, it randomly goes inaccessible from your terrain. Like, why is everything inaccessible? So somehow I think we kind of got slightly screwed in terms of aggressive nations near us. The only one being this tower, which I'm thinking is fighting the humans more than anything else, considering its population's down to less than 10. Ooh, did not mean to do that. I think it's about the right size. So, unfortunately, we've been slightly peaceful. Any major creatures we've had have been swiftly taken out by the military. We're going to get more people into the military, and then we're going to go into the caverns. There, I suspect more people will die. The hill, I want to do one more layer, just because we looked at it at the end of the last stream, and it is currently exactly equal to the top of the wall for the Bailey. And I don't like that. I feel like it should be at a higher elevation. So just for the purposes of saying it meets the definition of being a higher elevation, we're gonna cram one more Z layer on it. And then we'll build the castle on top of that. The castle, of course, will be much smaller, being a radius 5 less, so a diameter of 10 less altogether. We have had occasional forgotten beasts down below, but the nature of the map being what it is and so flat with the caverns so tall, I don't have those areas open. So if the game has rolled anything down in the caverns, we haven't dealt with them yet because there isn't an easy way to deal with them. One of them is filled essentially with lava. One of them is filled with water. And one of them has like a 5Z level tall cavern. So anything that's flying or crawling will just decimate our dwarves, causing a bit of a security issue down there. If it was just risking the military, I would not worry too much. But I'm worried that something will get around the military and into the base. So what I'll probably end up doing is tapping into one of the caverns, but doing the reverse dive bell defense so I can use a floor hatch to lock out any enemy. But how have you guys been? I know some of the rest of you that also have school are blessed enough that your schools are essentially already over. I believe most every college ended a week or so ago, and people or classes and people's finals were the week we just ended. My classes still go for, it's weird. The last official class is on Monday. Tuesday's supposed to be a study hall, and then I think the end of turning things in is on Wednesday. And I'm supposed to have finals next week. I don't think I have any finals though, since the classes all did a Sandhills Bell, thank you so much for the resub. How are you doing? Also, weren't you already sub, Sandhills Bell? Can you resub before your sub is up? I thought, oh no, you had gifted some subs last time. I see. Well, welcome to the stream. How have you been? But yeah, I don't think I have any finals, which is good. I think that's my trade-off for everything being group projects the entire semester. I kind of want to gouge my eyes out. I really do. Like, only half joking, before the stream, because my eyes were bothering me, I did clear eyes. My neck has been bothering me because of the interrupted sleep. Like, I swear to God, any and all not stress injuries, any and all injuries that have accrued over my lifetime have gotten so much worse due to stress. Like, each one is individually nothing, but it's getting to the point where I just feel like my body is completely going from fine to falling apart in 1 month. Just because of everything compiling down to the last couple of days. Oh, last couple of weeks. Days. Statue of Ginger Sarge in the middle of the fort for his ability to live this long. Statue of Ginger. Okay. Where did I put the mason? I believe he's over here. New statue. New image. Historical figure. Ginger Sarge. Is there anything about Ginger Sarge? We'll say laughing. Laughing would be him being happy that he lived this long. Or triumphant. There you go. Ginger Sarge is striking a triumphant pose called the Hawk of Cloisters. Makes sense to me. Not going to question that. And Ginger Sarge also would like a sweet. I can do this. All right, what do we got open? Ginger Sarge, you get a sweet. Ginger Sarge has got a sweet. He's Ginger Sarge. He has a sweet. Now, what I should be doing is I should start delisting people's regular beds if they have a suite, just to free up beds so you don't have two rooms and get confused. Also, because there are people without bedrooms, one of which is the vampire, so that makes sense. I don't know who the second one is. Ramsey! Good day, everyone. Been a while since I was able to make a stream here. Never you fear. It's been a chaotic semester for everyone. Very, very chaotic. All we can do is grimace and bear it and get through the end, so that afterwards we can have a good hearty chuckle about the no, there's going to be a rant coming. Not today. School is still in session, and I am a good, polite person. I may occasionally, in the middle of a semester, make fun of a teacher if the teacher is doing things other than teaching in my eyes, and or certain students if they do extraordinarily goofy things. But if the majority of it is just, I don't even know how to describe it, things out kind of also outside of their control, then I will not. But I want to. How are you doing, Ramsey? Once that is secure, because we already finished the wall, I can actually start moving things up into this layer too. I don't want to right now, just because it's kind of not secure while there's still a big gaping hole right at the edge of the map. Once this is secured, I'll trust this more. We are open right now, even though I'm not doing anything up there. We are completely open to death and damnation. Hold on. My idea was to pour water here, I think. So I want the hole there, meaning I want a wall there and a wall here to make it go diagonal to flow in. I should get rid of that as well. That way it goes, yeah, no, I can't. Won't go north and someday it can go north and east. Hold on. What if I broke this out? If I did that there and that there, the water goes in here, then it can go either way. That makes sense to me. Which means I just have to get rid of the two at the end first. What did I ever do with this? Did I ever make this go off the map? No, I didn't. Kind of doesn't work if I don't bring it off the map. Little known fact. If you don't do the work, then nothing happens. That'll be the lesson for today. With that book, that dog that reads books. I forget what that kid's show was. There was some kid's show where they had a dog that read books or something. I don't know. They try to have like a lesson every episode, like a real life lesson, but the lessons never made sense. There was one where like the child who owned the dog was sucking at multiplication. And then the big reveal at the end was, oh, he's good at multiplication now because it was the tens table. And he learned you can just move the decimal point over. Which means, technically, while it's interesting and he found a neat shortcut and that's good, he still didn't understand multiplication or division. He understood a shortcut for the tens table. Congratulations. If you ask this kid to do anything by 9 and he moves a decimal point over and that's it, he's gonna get fired. Like, this was not gonna help anyone. Oh God, am I gonna run into a cavern? I didn't even think of that. I'm so far over, I might hit a cavern. Oh, that's not good. I didn't think about that. Going down 1 Z level for every Z level over means I would need to go over 30 squares and down 30, which would probably have brought us, since it was around here, we'll say 1. Oh, no, I was close. I was already very close to that. Hold on, whoever got dwarfed. This would have ran into the lava sea, wouldn't it? I can't even go down anymore. I'm off the edge of the map. I would have had to go into the circuits itself for that drain to work completely the way I was trying to do it. Let's not dig into the circus to drain a few drops of brook water. Let's change that plan. Who got dwarfed? It wasn't Clifford. There was one where it was a white dog with brown splotches. Like there were live action portions of the kids show. Ramsey got dwarf number 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 21, 22. You are damn near a legendary gym setter. Huzzah indeed. Your name is almost known far and wide as the prettiest of pretty rock dwarves. Dog with a blog? No. This was like before internet. I realize that's a crazy. Actually, was there internet? I don't think there was internet. No, there was definitely not internet. It was an old one. There was like a child who went to school and he had a reading dog. By the way, The King's Game is the anime I was talking about. I told you I'd look it up. The King's Game is the one about children having a phone app, and if they don't do the things the phone says, they blow up. So there you go. I've saved you from ending up on some government list for searching how to blow up kids with a phone app. It's an anime called The King's Game. Hold on. Now I'm stuck on this one. Kids show about a dog that reads. Wishbone, first thing that popped up. Protagonist and titular character series, he is a well-read dog who sees parallels between classical literatures and the dilemmas he and his human friends face every day. When did this air? When did this horrible show air? It was filmed in Texas. Well, I guess that makes sense. It ran from 95 to 97. That was the original release. Jesus Christ. It was not that great of a show, if I'm to be honest. Why are my miners not mining? I mean, it's probably about as great as you're gonna get of a show about reading done in Texas. Make of that what you will about Texas. Any implications you make out of it, those are your faults, your conscious decisions, not mine. Oh, I wasn't even born yet. Well, it was one of those like PBS shows. Because some of you might. There are tons of shows that I watched that were from like even before I was born, just because of PBS. And them always like at least 3 times a year doing those stupid fundraising things. Please pay us the money. Pay us the money. We may run for yet another 3 months, or else we'll all go homeless. Quick, we're gonna cut to this lady over here. She's taking a phone call. Yes, get their money. Good. You will live another year. I forget what those were called, but those are always annoying. Do they still do those? Probably not with the advent of the popularity of the internet. PBS, was it a telethon? Is that what it was called? A telethon is a televised fundraising event that lasts for many hours or even days. Yeah, a PBS telethon was apparently they were doing them all the way up into 2010 at the very least. I just found one from 2010. Oh my god, that shit was like terrifying. Also, your suite was done, so marking that as complete, Ginger Sarge. I watched PBS, but I'm a 2000s kid. Maybe PBS just dropped that show. Like I said, they would try to make it like be possibly educational, except for it really wasn't. Like, sure, they talked about books or whatever, but the end of the episode will say learning points. Like, what did we learn today? Was always just the shallowest nonsense. Oh, The child has issues with multiplication. I'm randomly gonna daydream about some story that kind of maybe does involve multiplication. Oh look, he learned about multiplication. If you multiply by 10, you move the dot over. Ha 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 ha. Isn't it a great swell day? What? What are you talking about? In Between the Lions. Now, I think I half remember that one. Wasn't that one where they based the whole thing at a library and the lions were the two lions that guarded the library? It's like the little intro opening to it was like the statues coming to life and talking or something like that. Or am I just remembering some horrible, horrible fever dream that soon will mutate into some Cthulhu-esque nightmare? Okay, yes, good. Good. All right. If it is a nightmare, then we're going down together. Fantastic. No, I'm not going to order more ramps yet till that floor is finished. I've never heard of that. A lot of people still can be confused with a fever dream. Why is Joodle 100 throwing a temper tantrum? What is your issue? Being away from family, being away from friends, being able to pray to Ono. We have, I guess everyone's been really busy. I will give them that. Everyone's been really busy because of building that floor. They've been doing nothing but hauling shit around the whole time. So that can cause people, we should probably give them some downtime to like perk up. The problem is these are already red, so I don't know how well that's going to work. You should probably stop ordering major constructions for like a few in-game months. All right, there we go. That roof is finished, meaning this area over here is safe again. Huzzah. Is there anything I want to move? Probably stuff that is over here, like this furniture stockpile. If we have excess furniture, they can move it in there. Then if we have open space, I'll start deleting the one over here and so on and so forth. Start leaving this area. But yeah, no, I don't remember too much about the show. I just remember that they had a talking lion introduction and that the kid or whatever was just really unnecessarily okay with this talking lion statue. Because I've told you guys, I've admitted it in public, and I'll admit it freely forever and ever. A lot of things do not directly spook me. They do not. But if there is something that is supposed to be inanimate that moves when I'm not looking at it, that thing needs to leave the face of the earth. No. A statue, a doll, a dead animal, a corpse, I don't care. It better not move when I'm not looking at it. Now, if something moves that's not supposed to while I'm looking at it, that's just like, all right, we have a possession going on. That's fine. I'm whatever. I'll burn you, you know, as time demands. But if I look somewhere and there's like a bottle of water, I'm like, oh, look at that nice bottle of water. That's a fantastic bottle of water. Huh? What? Let's look. Where did the water? No. That's the same shit. It's not as bad with things like spiders, but anyone who thinks that whatever the hell I'm talking about is just nonsense, you squeal whenever you lose sight of those bugs. I know some of you do. I don't care about the spiders and the bugs and shit, because I know it ain't gonna come for me. But a bunch of you people squeal at moving things that are supposed to moving to somewhere where you can't keep track of them when you blink or something. Think I'm crazy because I don't like it when things move when they're not supposed to. I'm on to you, judging me. But yeah, no. I thought that the kid in Between the Lions was unnecessarily comfortable with the idea that there was a statue that moved and talked to him and did things. particularly when he wasn't looking. I think they would do like cutaways and shit to these lions. They would do cutaways to them, and they would like have conversations in the middle of the show. And it's like, no, no, you're not allowed to do this. You need to cease and desist right fucking now. I know I just said constructions, but this is wood. It's not stone, so it shouldn't be that heavy. So it should be faster to do. And a lot of it's underground. So I don't think that they will get perturbed by weather too much. And this is off of the secondary tunnel, so they should just do most of their travel through this anyways and avoid the sunlight and weather, if that is what is in fact ruining their morale. What did I do down here? Why is this dug like this? Did I just go crazy? What is with this shape? There is no rhyme or reason to this. I don't even remember how long ago it was I did this tunnel. But this is a bad tunnel. Why did I do it that way? Who knows? Most of 2020, to be fair, yeah. One time I kept remembering a clip of a show with a bit of a song. I looked it up recently and found the song was from a completely different show that aired on the same network. When I had shrooms, I was completely okay with these kind of things too, to be fair. No, no. I haven't, and I couldn't. I have heard people discuss shrooms and other hallucinogenics. And you always get to the one part where like things that are not supposed to be moving are moving. That is a no. There is no way for me to have a good one, quote unquote. That would not be happening. Nope. I'm gonna end up like Danny DeVito in a trash can of my own piss. There you go, Ginger Sarge. Middle of the base. About as middle as I can get it. Well, it's not middle of the base, it's middle of the activity.
No, it won't work.
Everything is moving. It's a very strange experience. I had a relatively light ones. They're legal and regulated here, so not the worst kind. Well, that's good, I suppose. As long as they're not, in fact, the worst kinds. The kinds that make you turn into a zombie and kill everyone because there's a mushroom poking through your head. Oh. When was that? Hold on. Was that this week? I just thought of that. People might want to get a rant counter waiting if I haven't already discussed this. When was that? So I'm about to be salty. It's been a few days and other things have filled my mind. December 10th. What is today? The 12th. Shit, that was only 2 days ago. That's how bad my brain is fried right now. I didn't remember it was only 2 days ago. The Video Game Awards. Who watched the fucking Video Game Awards? Who watched that crap? Salt. Oh my God. The one day in the middle of the week where I was like, you know what? I'm a take a bit of time off. I'm gonna take some time off and just veg out with the TV. One of my friends came over, Shark. I think you've seen him before. He's sometimes in chat and sometimes in some of the multiplayer games. But Shark came over and we just vegged watching the Video Game Awards. And holy shit, was that trash. I did not, nope, not even gonna try. I heard about it, didn't watch it. They're terribly timed with my time zone. Oh, I didn't watch it and forgot it existed. All right, so to be clear, at this point, not even counting what just happened, like let's say today is the day before the Video Game Awards. It's not really much of a point to watch them. It's just because they know that if they only reveal games at the Video Game Awards, you'll stick around for the other things. So basically, I'm there to see what new games are coming out. It's like a mid-year E3. It's the only reason really to watch the Video Game Awards. 1, 2, how did they screw up the idea of the Video Game Awards? How did they mess up this year with presenting them? All right, if you went to their website, the website directed you to where they were streaming on YouTube. All right, website said to go to YouTube. Then they had a who was the best esports streamer of the year award, and whoever that was, when they were done with the show, they would raid. But you raid from Twitch, not YouTube. So if you went to their website or if you Googled them, it directed you to YouTube. But as a reward for the top esports streamer of the year, they would raid you with all the people on Twitch. Shouldn't they have had the whole show be on Twitch then? Because everyone on YouTube was just basically like, ah, thank you for coming, click. What was the point of that? Why would you direct people to YouTube and then say you're gonna raid them on Twitch? YouTube does not raid to Twitch. The hell are you talking about? Exactly, that was my thought, was how have you already fucked this up? This should have linked to Twitch then. Why are you posting to YouTube? Morons. Now, I believe they were also doing Twitch at the time. I'm not saying they weren't, but I am saying is when I looked them up, I went to their site and their site put me to YouTube. So if there were people on Twitch, it's because they just directly went to Twitch. So there may have in fact been people to raid, but it wasn't all the people watching because a whole ton of us were on YouTube. Yeah, it was like, that sounds like, see, just to be clear about the whole, one of the premises of it is I don't think the Video Game Awards understood the difference between YouTube and Twitch. I don't think they understood the internet. Like before we get to anything that they did individually wrong or how any of the game announcements were weird, let's just address the fact that the Video Game Awards did not understand the internet. It's a complicated thing, I guess. Now I'm seeing a lot of idlers. Can we have a lot of people still just storing items in stockpiles? Fuck. I'm hoping we can get some of these people prayers and shit so they can calm the fuck down. So that one was bad. Let me, on the not screen, let me on the streaming computer load up. By the way, Ginger Sarge, your statue was installed. I'll grab its description in a second. BGA. What games were announced at the VGA 2020? By the way, the list from their site or from most every site does not actually include all the games they announced, which I find funny because the games that I liked and I put in the Discord and I fucking was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll wish list this on Steam, don't seem to appear on a lot of these things listing what got announced. So Devolver Digital, one of the good things from the entire show, Devolver Digital came out and announced a game called Loop Hero. Seemed decent. It just seemed to be like a little simplistic RPG, which with I think the premise being that your guys always have to walk in a circle and you have to put down floor pieces to change their path. Like I think it's a puzzle RPG. Seemed interesting. Okay. But the funny thing is they announced next year's winners to the VGAs. Basically, they're like, Devolver Digital always just takes the shit out of any of the award shows that they're in. So what they did is they're like, yeah, you're not here for anything, or this is stupid. This is so stupid, as a matter of fact. We're just gonna tell you who wins next year. They just announced random nonsense, then they left. I thought that was kind of funny. Shia, no clue. Like I saw it, barely remember anything of it. Sea of Solitude announced that they're doing a director's cut. Cool. Shady Part of Me. It's a puzzle game. Myst VR. Nothing wrong against Myst. Myst is a good game. I want to make people clear. I'm not hating on Myst. But it's a big reveal that it's on VR now. Like Myst is an old game, isn't it? Like Myst is not a recent game. I kind of already thought it was on VR, truth be told. Like they were like, oh, Myst VR. I was like, oh, they're doing a new one? No, they're releasing Myst on VR. I thought it was. Maybe I'm wrong. One of the good things, Nier Replicant coming to Steam, which means now I can, when this semester is over, we can finish Nier Automata, and then we can go back and do Nier. Sad game after sad game. Everyone ready to be fucking depressed? My confusion though is they appear to be redoing it, but like redoing it Nier Automata style without Platinum Games. Like they're making it look like the Platinum Games version without Platinum Games. So iffy on that one, but that seemed good. Century Ages of Ashes, I don't remember anything about that, so must look bland to me. Now I'm just saying, I am not, of course, the final arbiter of what is or is not good. I'm discussing the games, the reasons why you would go before we discuss the awards. I don't remember much about Century Ages of Ashes, and the site I'm on isn't including a picture. If I saw a picture, I might remember what was what. Hold on, let me go to a different thing listing this, hopefully, so I can see pictures. This one lists them in a different order, so this is not the one that I like. Every game announcement. There we go. Loop Hero, Chia. What was Chia? T-C-H-I-A, in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. Oh, Chia just looked weird. I don't know. Breath of the Wild mixed with the Mario Odyssey. It's about this girl with a necromancer eyeball who goes up to little animals and is like, and then she fucking possesses it. And there's like the weird little ghost screams. You know, that was just a random sound effect. But her eyeball possesses things. Sea of Solitude's a game that's already out. They did director's cut of it. Nier, they're bringing Nier, makes sense. Century Ages of Ashes, what were you? Oh, PvP Dragons. If you love dragons, PvP Dragons. That's what that one was. That was the thing I could not remember. Hold on. I'm trying to do like 4 screens now and it's not filtering over. All right, you go full. Drag this over so I can see, then bring the list up. Thank you. I want to make sure I can see chat. If you were streaming on both, put a link to both. I don't even stream it, and I know that. YouTube is Twitch, confirmed by giant media outlets. No one has any decision-making power. There's any idea about games or gaming culture. So you're Standing on a Million Lives meme. Yo, that was the funniest shit. Standing on a Million Lives is, it's not the greatest show. I have issues with it, but I do love the unique characters. For anyone in chat who doesn't know what he's talking about, I posted a screenshot in chat, and the latest character to join their group is this chick who loves dating sims, who loves dating sim anime games and animes. So she's about to freeze to death, and I'm gonna pull through this, I'm gonna inspire myself, is to scream out, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die of squee. And then this is where she gets her motivation from. I mean, it works. If that's what motivates you, that's what motivates you. It just seems weird. Not weird. It stands out in today's anime shows where it's like, oh, the power of friendship will carry me through, or I have the endurance and I'm never gonna let enemies, defeat me. I'm gonna defeat all the enemies. No, this chick's entire motivation is, I can't die now. I haven't gotten enough squee in my life. Okay then, I mean, all the power to you. She wants to push through so she can get some of her squee. If she wants to get her squee on, you can't stop her. I am not a Scaly. Yeah, she's pretty cringy, but funny because of it. But yeah, no, it just seems to be you're a dragon and you fly around shooting other dragons, whatever. Smash Brothers Ultimate announced Sephiroth. So if you play Smash Brothers Ultimate, he's coming. He appears to have a really long sword, go figure. Because he's big, I think they're doing him as a slow character, but he appears to have lots of dodges and evasions. Like he appears to be slow, but his moves are fast. I don't do enough of those style of games to know what strategy that puts him under. That's just what he is. Left 4 Dead Here we go. This is why I started going down these. A lot of game companies did this. There's at least 3 that did this. Left 4 Dead announced a new game. They announced Left 4 Dead 3, but it's not Left 4 Dead 3. And technically, I'm not allowed to say they announced Left 4 Dead 3 because maybe that's illegal or something. You can't have a 3. So they did not announce Left 4 Dead 3. They announced in the exact same art style with the exact same screen and everything, Back 4 Blood. It's got the same zombies, the same super zombies. It's got nice graphics, don't get me wrong, but they announced Back 4 Blood, which is definitely not Left 4 Dead 3. And they're not the only game company to do that this time, where they just released another game. They called it a completely different. It's not Left 4 Dead 3 Back 4 Blood. It's just Back 4 Blood. Like, they're pretending it's a new IP, but if you look at the trailer, it's the same fucking game. Like, they have new super zombies, don't get me wrong. They always have like variations on their super zombies. But I mean, it's Left 4 Dead 3. Yeah, new IPs is good. That's fine. But it's the same company. It's the same company that did. It's not like a different company. The people who did Left 4 Dead are releasing this new thing and saying it's a new IP. But I don't think it is. As far as I'm concerned, it is not a new IP. It looks exactly the same. They just gave it a new name. They even did a Left number 4, Back 4 Blood. It's Left 4 Dead 3. Yeah, it's the same company releasing the thing that looks like Left 4 Dead. In the title screen has like the red 4 as the number, Back 4 Blood. It's just Left 4 Dead 3. There's a game that perhaps we can play. Us and you guys. It's a medieval game. It is a heist game. It is a PvPvE heist game called Hood Outlaws and Legends, which I think is everyone gets to pretend like they're Robin Hood and you try to kill each other and see who can rob from the Sheriff of Nottingham. And it's class based, it looks like everyone in the thing is a different class. So I think what it is they're trying to do a variation of the Battle Royale. As near as I can tell, it's team-based Battle Royale, but you're not necessarily trying to kill everyone else. You're trying to get out with the object. So it's a Battle Royale Payday? It's a Battle Royale Payday 2. So there's like 3 or 4 Payday 2 crews running in, trying to get out, I guess. Seemed interesting. I like Payday. I really do like Payday 2. I prefer it if I, had more people who want to do things quiet, but it always seems that anytime you try to do anything in Payday 2, it's always everyone's like, we're going loud, right? Like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's just slog through endless wave of cops. Wait, shit, no, that's right. I'm trying to let people relax. We can't order these constructions right now. Medieval Pier is very class-based. Back. Payday 2 stealth is nice. Yeah, so keep an eye out for Hood Outlaws and Legends. PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. Specifically not Xbox Series S, though. They only say X, not S, which I find funny. Scavengers is a free-to-play action shooter. That one also seemed to basically be a Battle Royale game. But supposedly not. Like, everyone's modifying Battle Royale now. So again, you and your crew of friends pop into a map and you have to scavenge your way to survive. But also there are NPCs to kill. There are also players to kill. So the closest I can think of in modern times is what I saw Formal Blizzard doing, which was Tarkov. It's not a battle royale. You have an objective, but you're dropped in there to fight other players as well as the objective. So that's what I'm going to call this. I'd like Tarkov. What's the genre for Tarkov? Battle Tarkovian? That's a new genre. I'm making it up. Hood and Scavengers are Battle Tarkovians. That's what the games appear to be. Where's the mouse? Why is this not working? PX. There we go. So if you like Battle Tarkovians, There are more games coming out for you. They are releasing Battle Tarkovians. I don't even know if that's the right word. Tarkov needs another wipe so I can play again. Crossover between Forza and Cyberpunk. The Callisto Protocol. So the Callisto Protocol is a game done by the people who did Dead Space. And it looks like Dead Space with a different person. Don't shoot the enemies in the head. Again, I'm not saying, I don't want it to sound too like, oh, you know, there's nothing original. I'm not assuming there's original stuff in the games. It's just really weird for them to not just admit it's essentially the same thing. It's the people who did Dead Space. They're doing a game that looks like Dead Space. The spine on the dude has a green thing that shows your health on it. It's the Dead Space engine with Dead Space looking shit by the Dead Space people. The Callisto Protocol. If you like Dead Space, I'm willing to believe you'll like the Callisto Protocol. There needs to be a term for this. Like it's this. You know what it is? Here's what it is. Here's my completely nonsensical bullshit conspiracy theory that's not to be taken seriously. It's mostly half of a joke. You can recognize Platinum Games games. You can recognize Platinum Game games. If there is any game that's done by Platinum Games, you can know what's going on because you've played other Platinum Games games. There are always mechanics that are their trademarks. I genuinely think that companies are starting to try to become Platinum Games. So they're making other IPs that are just very clearly the same game. And there's absolutely nothing to back this up. This is a harebrained conspiracy theory. However, the reason why this is not true, slash if it is true, why it doesn't work, is because Platinum Games games do different genres. It's not, oh, look, I did another Beautiful Joe. I did another Bayonetta, or I did a game that looks exactly like Bayonetta. No. Nier Automata has things in it when moves with certain weapons. You can go, oh, that's this move from Bayonetta. That's the red hot kick. That's from Beautiful Joe. It has, you know what I'm saying? It feels like they're trying to do that, but while leaving everything in the game looking exactly the same. Yes, slightly altered Dead Space. Hello, Storm. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, it is not Dead Space. It is from the creator of Dead Space, Glenn Schofield. Comes a new sci-fi horror game called The Callisto Protocol. By the way, it'll launch in 2022 for Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC. I did not notice when it released. That's another thing, another weird grimace I'll have. There are a lot of games to develop hype they'll announce it years in advance, sure. Why would you do that in 2020? This year has gone on so long, everyone who has lived through this year is a decade older. I feel sorry for babies born on January 1st of this year, because January 1st of next year, they're 11 years old. They have gone through 10 years in 1 year. Announcing something 2 years from now is like saying we're gonna release a game in 20 years. It's never gonna happen. No one has faith in that. I've just noticed the release date. Why would you say it's releasing in 2022? Ain't nobody got time for that. That's so fucking long from now. And before 2020, I would not have said that. But, you know, after the year 2020, that is so far from now. No, we're all going to be dead. We're all going to get taken out by a meteorite in that time. The Earth is doomed. Why would you announce it that far out? That's insanity. Yeah, 2 more years for a slightly altered copy. You can look it up yourself. Maybe I'm being harsh on it, as I normally am. I always over-exaggerate positives and negatives. Don't take anything I say as verbatim God's honest truth. But I literally saw the trailer and I was like, oh, Dead Space. They're making a new Dead Space. Wow. Wow, Shark. some Dead Space. This might be a decent horror game. If it comes out this year, I could do it on stream or whatever. Oh, the Callisto Protocol. Wow, that looked a lot like Dead Space from the makers of Dead Space. So it's Dead Space. That's literally like my thinking. That's how I went through it. I called it as Dead Space before they were like, no, it's the Callisto Protocol. Oh, you tricked me. This next one makes sense. I understand why they did the next one, but they fall under the same rule. There is a new game coming out called Warhammer 40k Darktide. It's Warhammer Vermintide, but for Warhammer 40k. I'm not excusing them for doing that because the other games did the same thing. However, that what I feel could have been predicted they were going to do that. Vermintide, Ratlings, Warhammer 40k, the Grim Dark, Darktide. They basically called it the same thing, but it is specifically in a pre-existing different IP. So I feel like they didn't do that. They called it Darktide. It's a Vermintide game in Warhammer 40k Darktide. So personally, I would give them a pass on it, but I could completely understand why anyone doesn't, and or would hold it against me for not giving them a pass, because technically they violated the one thing I'm making fun of right now, which is to try to pretend like it's something different. They changed the IP, but it's the same game. The Tide series of games. Yeah, you could say that because they kept the Tide, that they're just the series of games is the Tide series. Tirist Oburathel, the nurse, has created Emushidish Gatal Rorash, a date palm wood cup she claims as a family heirloom. Imunish dish Gatorade. Something dish Gatorade. Strong Saffron, the Ageless Calamities, a date palm wood cup for 3,600 dwarf bucks. This is a date palm wood cup. All craft storemanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of cave spider silk. The object is adorned with hanging rings of date palm wood. Huzzah. And someone's having a mood again? Joodle, I've been trying to give you time off, Joodle. You need to chill. As a matter of fact, hold on. Normally I make people request this, but Joodle's gonna go crazy if I don't. Joodle, am I looking at the right one? I'm looking at the wrong one. What do? You operate pumps, you shear. There you go, Joodle. Take some time off to calm the fuck down. I'm tired of hearing about you. Okay, no, Dragoman, you can't cause me to do a rant in the middle of a rant. That's rantception. You can't do this to me, Dragoman. Why would you do this to me? I forgot about that. Oh my God. Okay, everyone, prepare to shit yourself in anger. Going back to the that horrible 4chan green text story of the kid's cousin with grumpy dumpies. Prepare to grumpy dumpy. So there is a trailer for the live action Monster Hunter movie. They're doing a live action Monster Hunter movie with I'm forgetting her name right now, the director and the actress from Resident Evil. So far, so far it's fine, but we all should just already expect that it's going to be shit. Or that it might start good, but if there are next movies, it'll turn to shit. Just because that appears to be what he does with movies. The characters in it are modern day soldiers with camo, Humvees, and big old machine guns. Because that's what Monster Hunter is about, right, guys? So here's the thing. Before any of you grumpy dump over the hatred against Monster Hunter, he explained it in an interview. It's not a Monster Hunter movie. It's technically not a Monster Hunter movie. No, I'll tell you what it is. And this is what's gonna make people angrier. The live action Monster Hunter movie is not a Monster Hunter movie. And like I said, I'm not making this up. He said this, he danced around it, but he said this in an interview. It's a Metal Gear Solid movie. The live action Monster Hunter movie is a Metal Gear Solid movie. He said the idea for the movie, what he's actually doing, was a crossover event in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, where Solid Snake gets to shoot the fucking dragon from Monster Hunter. The movie he is doing is about that crossover event. That's why they're soldiers. He's not technically ignoring the canon for Monster Hunter. It's just not a Monster Hunter movie. He's doing a Solid Snake. He's not Solid Snake. He's doing a Metal Gear Solid movie where it's the crossover event with Monster Hunter. That's why they have live action soldiers, or that's why they have modern day soldiers in Monster Hunter. He's doing the Peace Walker crossover. That's your fucking Metal Gear Solid movie, folks. There you go. I hope that's what you were waiting for. I hope you saw Resident Evil and said, oh, look at this bitch with psychic powers. Wouldn't it be great if she was Solid Snake? I'm not even joking. That's what he said in an interview. Google it. Fucking open up a second tab. Stay on here. I like the numbers. But open up a second tab. There's an interview, and they asked him about his inspiration for it, and he's like, yeah. And he talks about the Peace Walker mission where you shoot at the Monster Hunter monster. That's what that movie's about. It is not a Monster Hunter movie. It's a Metal Gear Solid movie. Suck it, bitches. So it's not, now to be fair, he was inspired by that. So there's not going to be Solid Snake. There's not going to be actual references to Metal Gear Solid. However, whatever the plot line is, they're going to argue it's canon because it was canon in Metal Gear Solid. Even though that is technically not a Monster Hunter event, meaning they're going to probably be using Monster Hunter lore, but while mixing in the very specific lore from Metal Gear Solid or from Metal Gear Peace Walker, where he got to fight the Monster Hunter. So there you go. That's what that movie is. You better fucking believe I'm gonna watch it. Am I going to watch it in theaters though? No, that's just trash. That's one of those ones where like everyone needs to get their closest drinking buddies, get fucking plastered and just watch it. It's one of those things where like you want to forget as much of the details as possible to spare yourself, but you want to remember just enough afterwards so you can hear someone talk about it and go, oh, you mean that utter trash movie? It's going to be great. It's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Would hate existence again. I'm just gonna do another food stockpile over here for now. Or is that my kitchen? Are you my kitchen down here? I don't think so. Ashery soap maker. Wood furnace. I'm trying to end my furniture stockpile issues. Where did they end? Above that. Okay. Mia Jovovich, thank you. What? Gatekeep. Honestly, I'm probably going to watch it with my friends. I watched Terror Movie. Yes, thank you. It is a movie that is designed to be riffed on. But yeah, that's what it is. It's not a Monster Hunter movie, or it's a Monster Hunter movie as inspired by Metal Gear Solid. Huzzah! Didn't you ever see that particular mission in the PSP game and think, wouldn't it be great if this mission specifically were a movie? For those of you on YouTube who are going to be watching this probably after that movie is released, that wasn't a surprise to you. But you still live in a cursed existence. So we'll catch you guys next time.